Hello and welcome to Adventures on the Hero's Journey. Today we're going to be in the plane of innovation and we're going to work on the factory key. Now if we take a look at the map here, we're right here at the zone in inside of a non-responding instance. What we need to do is clear a lot of these mobs, mostly from here all the way to here. We're going to clear all those mobs out beforehand. We need to loot a few items. If we look up, open in here into a little guide here. We need a copper node, a bundle of wires, and an intact power cell to start the escort mission, which is fairly straightforward once we get it going here. But what we're going to do is get all this cleared. We're going to probably do this in like one, maybe two pulls, depending on how hard this stuff hits. Get all this knocked out so we can then go over here and fight that guy. He will give us access to the factory door, which is down here. We'll do the factory door. You go in through here. In the next video, we'll go through here and do that boss separately, just because this is going to take a little while. So let's get this going here. All right, so we're just going to pull everything, everything. And then whatever does an aggro on us, we'll come back and kill it before we start the escort mission, just because it does. Sometimes it's a problem, sometimes it's not. But he spawns right up there. That is the gnome that we turn in this stuff to. So we're just gonna keep running around here, grab all these guys, and just keep going. Now, theoretically, we should be fine. Theoretically. Alright, I think this is a good spot to see if we can handle all this. Let's get these guys over here. Not really taking too much damage yet. Alright. We don't have any AoEs, so this is just going to be cleansing. Once they get a little closer, I'll do a rampage and maybe get some damage out on them, but just got to get them all kind of lined up here. We're not taking much damage at all, really. I can probably like whirlwind it and kill most of it, but I'm not. Well, let's do it. Let's do whirlwind. There we go. That'll make every single attack we get hit with riposte, but we also don't take too much damage from all this, so it's kind of a joke in actuality. But there we go. We're like 24% in to 60. You couldn't get experience into 60 beforehand. So you kind of like everybody's starting at the same level, right? There we go, and just can't beat these guys down. Now let's see here. We got pretty much all the mobs from entrance all the way to here. Now we're gonna grab the rest of the mobs in the next pool. Now there is a red mob in the next pool, and he's a little rough. He's from a different expansion, but we should be fine if he attacks. All right, I'm gonna loot this and then we'll go from there. All right, let's go up here and grab these guys. We got all the quest items except for one piece, so I just want to kind of make sure we get everything killed, just in case we actually can't get it. We might be soft locked and until we get all the pieces anyway, so that's something to consider. But just running through here now, what I've done this quest already with my pet build, and from what I remember, he does not veer off the road, if you will, so we shouldn't have too much to worry about there. But who knows what will actually be required. There we go. Let's see, where are we at here? Going down, we need to get these guys up here. And you just want to make sure there's no mobs, because he doesn't have a lot of hit points. Like, he's not going to die in one hit, but you can't heal him, and he doesn't have a lot of hit points. And when we spawn the dragon, he's going to be near the dragon. We don't want him to get killed by the dragon. There's even a warning about it in the guide. So you gotta kind of be wary how you have him going. So, or how you have the boss position. So when we get there, we'll see. But I think we got all of these mobs. Like, I think this zone is gonna be fairly you know, you could probably do it all in one pull. I just don't have any AoE capabilities except Rampage, and it's not really saying much, if you know what I mean. But let's swing in this door here. These guys, they're all gonna eventually make it to us. Eventually. So we just want to make sure we get all these guys. If anything, we're gonna make a little bit of money off this pull, but we will see. All right, let's grab him, and there's one more back here. All right, so I think right here is a good spot. I'm just gonna start killing them. Now I don't want them behind me, so I'm gonna back up a little bit. Go. Let's get Rampage, see if that does anything. I didn't really do much. It's unfortunate. Like you can see, none of the health seems to be hit. Works, it works. It doesn't, it doesn't. You know, it's just how it is. All right, looking absolutely fine. Like, I'm not concerned. We're losing a little bit of health here because nothing's dying. As we kill stuff, it should go up. Ooh, we took some damage there. Let's get. There we go. We might have to reckless. Yeah, let's reckless. Reckless is our berserker opposed to discipline. So it just seems like we started taking a little bit extra damage there. And, you know, don't want to die. Alright, most of these are almost dead now, so it's all good. So hopefully we get the final quest item from this pull. Otherwise, we got to go around and hunt anything we didn't kill until we get all the items. But I think we should be in a good spot after this. Alright, and last one. Last one now. Alright, I'm gonna loot this and see if we can get all the items, and then we'll go from there. Alright, everything's looted, and we only got one intact power cell. So, you know, keep that in mind when you go through here. You might not get one. Alright, so we need to take a look at the map. Let's make sure we got everything. The gist, like, he doesn't go in these rooms, so the gist of that's pretty much done. There's 2 mobs in there that we didn't get. We'll deal with those when the time comes. So here he is. Let's hail him. And he says, I need a copper node, a bundle of superconductive wires, and intact power cell. So we got copper node, bundle of wires, and intact power cell. Go ahead and hand those over to him. And he starts walking. So this is, from this point on, it's kind of boring because we literally have to wait for him to walk all the way across the zone from here all the way to here. So I'm probably not going to talk during this, and then I'll just fast forward it because when I did it with my pet guy, nothing happened. But who knows what will happen with this. So we're just going to follow him as we walk to that part of the zone. All right, so we're in here. The dragon's not active yet. He's still walking up here, but the note says to stand behind so that when it does become active, it does not kill our friend. So we want to make sure, there he is. Make sure we grab him immediately like that. And I gotta make sure I do not do any AoE just in case it does hit him. But once we kill him, we will need to go to the factory door. And then killing the final boss of POI will be in the next video. Just to kind of keep the video shorter since there is a lot of dead time in some of these. But we don't really need any burns on this. He doesn't hit too hard. I mean, I don't even think of... What is he getting in for? 1455 is his big hit there. But since we're a monk, he misses most of the time. I can just like mend up all that and don't even have to think about it. There we go. And looking pretty good there. Done. And if we loot him, he's got some pages and some ring. We'll take a look at that here in just a second. We got 2 of the rings. We can hail him. Now, I already have the flag, but if you hail him, he will give you a character flag saying you beat him. And then you can go over to the door down here. So let's run down there real quick. And while we're running, let's take a look at these rings. Looks like we got 2 of the same ring. 10 AC, 75 HP. So it's like lower tier Velius kind of ring. So not too bad. There. And then what do we got? 3 ethereal parchments. So that's 3 spells for level 60 plus to 61. All right, and then here's the door. So you kill the guards like so. And there we go. And then you can click the door. You'll get this yellow text, and it'll say it's locked and you're not holding the key. And then you can come inside. And there we go. That is that is how you get access to the factory. Next up, we'll kill the behemoth that is inside of here, the mantic behemoth, and go from there. But thank you very much for watching, and please have a fantastic day.